In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a custom Strat for under $150. To get the price so low, I had to use a pretty controversial method, buying used. Personally, I really like buying used for a couple of different reasons. Number one, saving money. When buying used, you can usually get something for 50 to 60% off of the retail price, depending on the condition. This really allows you to get a lot of bang for your buck. Not so much at the lower end, but when you start moving up to the higher price ranges, you can really get a lot of bang for your buck. Number two, the resale value. If you don't end up liking the parts that you get, you can usually sell it for as much as you paid, if not more. There've actually been a couple of times where I've bought something and then I was able to sell it for more than I paid for it because it was more valuable than it originally was. Lastly, the pure, unadulterated mojo. I like buying used bodies because they already have so much character to them with their dings and bumps and bruises. I like them a lot more than a fresh guitar coming out of the factory with a nice smooth paint job. There are really only two things you have to worry about when buying used, and that's getting something inauthentic or buying something that doesn't work. If you get something that doesn't work, eBay and Reverb have really good buyer protection programs. So if you get something that doesn't work, you'll be able to return it and get your money back, no problem. And to combat buying inauthentic parts, you can usually just stick to highly rated sellers who have a lot of reviews, and you're gonna get what you paid for. Also, a lot of companies have databases with serial numbers. You can check your number in the database to see if you have an authentic piece of gear. With all that said, let's move on to the parts. For the body, I have this Squier Affinity body in white. I paid $80 for this, and I sold the pickguard for $50. So all in all, the body and the bridge were $30. The pickups I have from GuitarMadness on eBay. I had these originally, so I didn't pay anything for them, but I'm gonna include them in the price total so you can see what you're working with. I have a Hexbucker, and I have two 62Zs for the single coils. I believe those are about $15 each. The neck is a roasted maple neck that I found on eBay. It was used, it had some scratches on it. I put in the offer for $45. And lastly, the tuners are the tuners I use in every build, every time, always. The Musiclily Pro locking tuners. These are about $25 on Amazon. They work great. I've never had any issues with them. Highly recommend. The first thing I did was check to see if the neck fit the body well. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you might know that we don't always get so lucky with that here. Then I checked to see if the neck was straight and made sure that the truss rod worked. Always check the truss rod before drilling. I got my trusty 1/8 inch drill bit, and then I drilled the holes for the neck. When it comes to installing the screws for the neck, I prefer to use hand tools instead of power tools. Just to be safe, you never know what could happen. Next, I installed the tuners, taking extra care when drilling the pilot hole that I don't go through the front again. If you look at the tone pots, you see that they're not actually connected to anything. They're just for the aesthetic. I'm using a 500K volume pot for all the pickups. I checked the neck straightness again and then did a little fret job. How I assembled this guitar. Overall, I think I did a pretty good job for $150. I would put this guitar against guitars costing 2 times as much easily. I feel like it's a pretty good representation of the kind of guitar you can build if you're actively looking for deals on the internet. I think $150 might be the bare minimum that you can really go. I want to see if I can build another one for under $100. We'll see how that comes out, or if I'm able to pull it off, I don't know. If you'd like to see that or more videos like that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Once again, thank you for watching. What are you meowing at? I'm filming. What do you mean? No! You can't have snacks right now. I'm filming, Lucky.